All right, a couple subjects in this video. Going to hit on things really quickly. But before I get into anything, I wanted to say this. So I did the Eagles Autism Challenge on Saturday. No, I didn't bike. I didn't run. I walked it. I got bad knees, and I didn't want to tear my ACL, so I did that. Anyway, I'm fundraising money, along with the Fourth and John guys. So the Eagles, they've already raised over $3 million for autism, which is absolutely fantastic. It's awesome. But $3 million isn't enough. So we're going to get more. And we're going to try to get up to $4 million by May 31st. So the goal for me is to only get $350, but, well, I want to shatter that, and I want to get more. So I have my page below. I'm going to attach this to every video I do until May 31st. So, guys, listen. I love it. I really appreciate it. If you donated below, I'm going to leave it in the description box and in the comment section for my donation page. Even if it's just $1, anything would help. It's towards a great cause. And again, I'd really, really appreciate it if you guys donated. So for autism, donate below. Do it. Okay. All right. So now on to the video. And I guess I'll just talk about Carson Wentz real quick because that's the news right now. So the report is that he's going to be cleared for OTAs. He's going to take part in it, all that good stuff, which, you know, is great because, well, he didn't take part in it last year after he tore his ACL. And, well, if you remember, he kind of started the season and he was a little bit, exactly. Didn't look like he was ready to go. Needed to get his feet under him. Well, no excuses this year because he's going to have the luxury of not only the OTAs, but also training camp. So he's going to have all of that under his belt before he heads into the season. And I think all of that is really going to allow him to enter this year and, well, pretty much do what he did 2 years ago, and that's nearly win the MVP. So the report is, hey, he's going to get his contract before the end of the summer. He's going to get more than $30 million, and you know that's all fine and dandy. And then there's this too. Hey, he's going to be ready to go for OTAs, and you know let's keep him healthy, and let's make sure. Hey, you know let's get him all up and ready to go by the time the season starts. Okay, so the other bit of news is Chris Long. He retired over the weekend, and I just wanted to say this too with Chris Long. You know. He had that big play against Minnesota to basically cause Case Keenum to throw the interception, the pick six to Patrick Robinson. There was that. There was also a big strip sack against the Rams, if you remember, a big strip sack from behind last year. You know, after Carson Wentz got hurt and Nick Foles came out there, and Eagles defense really needed a big play, and Chris Long rose to the occasion to get a strip sack. But all those accomplishments on the field, you know, it's great and all, but that's not what I remember Chris Long by in Philadelphia, because what he did off the field was so much bigger than what he did on the field, because what he did off the field was bigger than football. So much bigger than football. The gestures to promote unity and equality, a simple gesture like putting his arm around Malcolm Jenkins' shoulder. Nobody in the NFL did that I can remember. A white NFL player putting his arm around a black NFL player with his fist raised up in the air. Chris Long did it. You know what he also did? He also donated an entire year's worth of salary to educational organizations to promote equality within the classroom. Chris Long, the humanitarian, is what I'll remember Chris Long by. Chris Long, the man. He will be missed. Locker room presence. He's a leader. Leads by example, and obviously the humanitarian off the field. But looking at this from a football perspective, now where do the Eagles go from here? Well, they've been kind of preparing for this with the draft pick of Sharif Miller, and then obviously last year, you know, get somebody like Josh Sweat. So, that's maybe where the snaps are going to go. Somebody like a Josh Sweat. The other thing to keep in mind, because these are DN4 snaps. That's where Chris, and that's part of the reason why he retired, is because he wanted a bigger role, and he was kind of going to be doing the same thing. So he was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go away this time. Because last year he was contemplating retiring, but he ultimately came back. This time he didn't come back. He walked away this time. So, those DN4 snaps. And thing to keep in mind here is the signing of Malik Jackson and also Tim Jernigan. I think because people, might be talking about some depth here. The depth won't be a problem because the thing that the Eagles like to do last year and years prior, taking their DNs and playing them at D tackle, guys like Brandon Graham and Michael Bennett, and playing them inside. Well, this year you have the luxury of having guys who can get some deep penetration playing from the D tackle spot, like, Malik Jackson and Timmy Jernigan. So guys who are taking third down snaps like Brandon Graham and Michael Bennett, Michael Bennett's gone, obviously, but Brandon Graham's still here. He's going to be more playing that DN role on third down. So you take a look at a situation, when BG would slide inside, Chris Long would be the guy to take his place on the field. But now I don't think you'll be seeing that as much because of Malik Jackson and Timmy Jernigan. So I believe I should have looked it up before the show, so I apologize. But I believe like the DN4 snaps were getting like 30 to 35% of the snaps for the Eagles. So look for I'm going to say Josh Sweat's going to be the guy that steps up. And look for him to maybe not get 30 to 35%, but like 25%, 25-30, something like that, 20 to 30 maybe, something like that. So that's what I would be looking for this coming season with him. So, hey, let's get Josh Sweat going. There it is, and keep him on the field healthy as well. Ooh. Okay, all right. That's the video for today. A couple things to get into. And again, I would really appreciate it if you guys donated below. It would be a real big help. And, I want to get the Eagles as much money for autism as possible. So there we go. And, the walk itself was a lot of fun. Very aesthetically pleasing. Got to walk with the players. Walk with Sidney Jones. Walk with Andrew Sendejo. Brent Selleck was there. Donnell Pumphrey. I felt really bad for Donnell Pumphrey. I kind of did. You know why? Because all the kids and all the adults, they're running up to Andrew Sendejo for pictures and autographs. They were walking up to Sidney Jones, Brent Selleck, all these other players, Harold Carmichael. But somebody who was not getting love was Donnell Pumphrey. Nobody cared about Donnell Pumphrey. He was just walking alone by himself with his earbuds in. That was it. Felt bad for the guy. Poor Donnell. All right, that's this video. Donate. Do it. All right, I'm out of here. Take care.